Okay. Hello, gentlemen. I'm actually sitting in my uh, lazy boy, so I don't look like I'm being very professorial. That's why. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Cooper. This is kind of just to explain. I don't know if, how much does Zach explain to you what I'm trying to accomplish?
A little bit, not. I don't know if I fully understand it, so maybe an explanation would be good. He did explain a little bit, yeah,
Okay.
but
So, well, what did he explain? And I'll see. That's a part of it. I mean, he has to
Put it
explain
to the
what we're trying to
test.
accomplish. So that's a part of it. So if he's way off base, I'll just have to give him a zero and we'll go from there.
Yep. Yeah, good luck.
well,
Good luck.
well, he explained for the capstone because there's not too many people joining him that it was kind of a goal of just to go over kind of the operations of what he's doing at the help desk and how he's helping and kind of the what he's doing in the day-to-day operations. Or that's kind of how I understand it. Correct me if
Right.
I'm wrong.
hmm
So,
Yeah, you're in the right direction. So
okay.
the purpose of this whole capstone, the 7 week capstone experience, is to probably support and encourage him on his career readiness. Basically, it's focusing on him developing for what he wants to do with the rest of his life, not just tech support, but what is he going to do after or with that? So, so technically, I was wanting him to connect with his supervisor, but appears fine since you know him pretty well and you work with him for a little bit. And
Yep.
now that he's full time, so is he just going to say, well, this is it? I'm going to do this until I'm 50 and then retire and I'll have a family with 5 kids and we'll be just struggling and all that. So the point is that it's my goal to try and pretty much help him get ready for whatever the next phase of his employability is.
Yeah.
Now, so what I would like for you to do, I'm going to ask, well, you to ask him some questions, and I'm going to kind of monitor it. What do you think he's doing to get ready for after he graduates? After he's what is he looking for? Not just tech support because it's tech support now, right? Right, Zach?
hmm
And
Currently, yeah, it is
and
help desk right now.
help desk, tech support, all the same kind of area. But is he going to move in a direction where, he's not going to be 50 years old making 40K a year? So that's kind of the idea here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to coach him the last 4 weeks of this capstone to make sure, because he'll have different assignments to make sure basically he's as ready as he can be. So
Okay.
so so with that said, and I'm just going to monitor most of it. I'll probably jump in and interject a little bit, but ask him questions about you know, even just what is he doing now that he's full time, is actually working an 8 hour day or 10 hour day or 12 hour day. I mean, how's that helping him? Is he getting good?
hmm
Things along those lines. So,
Okay.
all
That
right,
makes sense. Okay. I'll give it my best shot. Okay.
that's right.
Sweet.
That's
Me
fine with me.
too.
Okay. Okay. So let's start. Yeah, what that demo was a or that example was a good start. So yeah, from when I worked with you is more short term
Right.
kind of shifts, like max was probably like 6 hours at a time that I would work. How do you think the difference of doing 10 or 12 will kind of help you out versus the six or the shorter ones that we worked as student workers?
That's a good question. I think, honestly, in a weird way, first I want to say, like, it's almost felt like it's gone by faster because I'm traversing more, I'm going around campus more, doing a lot more hands-on work, and also just working around a lot of people now since I'm working longer hours. So it's felt even faster than some of those 6 hour shifts, but it's helped me in the sense that, um, I mean, I have so much more responsibility now in like a good way. And even besides taking the calls, I have not done a lot of call taking in the past 2 weeks. I've
Hmm.
maybe taken a total of 20 calls in like 2 weeks of work. But the thing is, I've done so much, like so many other things, so many other projects. And those hands on things I've done have equipped me in all sorts of areas of IT. Not so much cyber, of course, but
Mhm.
um, on the IT related things, I've been able to do it so much more stuff and have so much more responsibility. So having those longer shifts have given me more time to hone my skills in those areas.
Okay. This will be a good follow-up. This is something I'm kind of working with too now that I've graduated in full time. So I'll ask you, how do you think you're going to continue to learn and maintain and like keep up with everything that's changed while still working a full-time job also, now that you're like not a student anymore or soon to be?
Technically.
Keep up with the change
Yeah.
in like which areas.
Pretty much any area, like
Hmm.
mainly I feel like there's a lot of change going on with like AI, and
Yeah,
AI can
that's what I was
change so much.
thinking. Yeah.
So how do you plan on kind of like oh man, continuing being able to learn
Yeah.
while also doing a full job?
Good
That's
question.
a good example, actually, that you brought up AI. I thought that's kind of where you're going with it, but I just wanted to make sure. Um, yeah, honestly, regarding that, we actually get like co-pilot licenses with AI. So I've been
Sweet.
using that so much, and like I've been using that as a way to understand my job better and using it as a tool to learn more. We have co-pilot. This is really cool. I don't know if you have this at your job, but we have the licenses for us full-timers, and ours is actually like integrated within Teams and within our
Hmm.
internal systems. So it'll
Yeah.
actually pull information straight from our systems rather than like just say the internet.
Hmm.
So I can actually get like real applied information regarding my actual job, not necessarily general information that some other help desk out there pulled from the internet. So
That's cool.
that's been a good way for me to kind of learn with AI and learn with how to kind of adjust to that, because I've been using it a lot more than I did when I was a student worker, because it just wasn't as um, like integrated
Yeah,
with our help desk at that
I
time.
remember
So
it wasn't great. So
yeah, I didn't use it all the time, but now I use it a
Cool.
lot. And we have these agents on Copilot, and they have like different designs. Like one is a ticket helper, so I can just kind of throw information into the box, and it'll just spit out a really well made ticket. So that's super helpful.
Mhm.
Um, you remember Nick Miller? He showed me that
yep,
one. Um,
that's cool.
yeah, that was really cool. And then Jesse's developing more of like a um, specific search function kind of in an agent. And so if you're looking for a specific thing within our systems, you can just search some keywords and it'll pull it up. So that's been really helpful too. So yeah, those types of things have been an adjustment for sure, but now I'm getting used to using it and it's been super helpful.
That's good. Um, Gotta think of some more questions.
Well, let
Hmm.
me interject here while you're thinking, Cooper. Um, I know you graduated recently, so if you just want to indulge me a little bit, what are you doing now? And just the second part of that, what are some of the similarities that you see in what you did as a student, and what Zach may be doing that may benefit him as he moves
Yeah.
through his, yeah.
So I work full time with Discount Tire,
Okay.
at their corporate office. I'm doing incident management, so I'm one of the incident managers training to be more on call. I'm not quite at that point yet, but I've been working with their team for the past few months as a contractor and kind of helping them out, specifically with um, some of their AI
Yep.
stuff. And we also have the co-pilot license. And
Right.
a lot of the team, they're busy with their kind of normal day-to-day job and they don't really fully understand the capabilities of it.
Hmm.
So I've been kind of playing around with it and coming up with some automations or ways that we can use it, and then also just doing stuff also with incident management. So I correlating it to the help desk job. Help desk, it was more dealing stuff with like um, lower level issues, like priority 4 or 5 issues kind
Hmm.
of thing, and I'm working with 1, 2, and 3, so it's kind of like
Mm,
it feels like a step
yeah.
up,
Right.
but it's also a step up in severity and
Right.
anxiety and bigger. Like we had like all the stores the other day couldn't make an order or something. It was not good.
Right.
So it's a little more stressful, but
Right.
anyway, so that's what I'm doing.
So let me ask you this. I mean, did the help desk experience, was that something that you relied on to build upon, moving up in a manner of speaking, the way you are now? Is that something internal, or do you think that it's what the direction Zach is going is he could possibly do the same thing? And I know this has to do with individuals and their, basically their capabilities, et cetera. So what
Mhm.
would you say to that?
I'd say absolutely. I've talked to Zach a few times about what he wants to do after, or like more long term.
Mhm.
I know he had a few ideas, but nothing really concrete. And that's the nice thing about IT is because there's so
So
much you
much
can
to
do.
do.
So
Yes.
yeah. So you have a lot
Yeah.
of options.
There's a lot of places I feel like I can really like move, whether it's lateral or making my way up from where I am now. And that's why I'm like really thankful I got this job because I mean, all of these teams are kind of interwoven, whether it's
Mhm.
networking, SOC, even GRC.
Yep.
I know some people from all of those teams, and there's really like so many different places. If I decide to remain with GCU or GCE, there's so many places I can go with this. So the potential is really high for me, I think, which is why I'm also really, really excited to kind of move forward with this.
Cool. All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna create a little bit of a tangent because that's what I do. Um, Discount Tire is one of our biggest partners here at GCU. How did you go about getting this particular position? I know it's not a true. I'm hearing that you're not really truly a part of Discount Tire, but you're kind of on the cursory. Is that true or what? Please.
I'm I am fully part of it. So I starting at 16, I started working for Discount Tire in a store.
Okay. All right.
So and then I worked with them a little bit through college in a store, and then I had an internship with them last summer. So I've been
Okay.
in and out of them for a while. So
Okay,
yeah.
so you're connected, and thank
Mhm.
you for illustrating that because I had heard about that, and we've had a few students that have connected themselves with Discount Tire, which
Yeah.
they're one of the top tech companies. Forget about the tires; they're one of the top tech companies in the country with what they
Yeah.
do. So that's great, and I'm glad you're a part of that. I'm proud of
Hmm.
it since you're one of my students, past
Yeah.
students. So good.
Yeah.
All right, you can continue. So I
Yeah.
won't interfere. Just a couple more questions as we.
Okay. Are there this is a little bit less more towards help desk, but are there any like certifications you want to get while you're doing help desk to for any future uh level ups you want to do
Yeah,
in your career?
that's a good point. I was like really pursuing Sec Plus, and I still am. That
Hmm.
was before I knew I was getting the full time job, though. So I did want to have that on my belt when I was job searching. And now that I do have a sustainable, concrete full time job now, it's still definitely a priority of mine. But I have, as of right now, put it on the back burner while I'm getting used to work and finishing out my classes.
Hmm.
Um, but that's the thing too, is like I have not fully committed necessarily to pursuing cyber yet.
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed my cyber classes, but I'm hoping that doing something like Sec Plus will help me. But honestly, like I've been doing a little bit. I did some networking stuff yesterday in particular, and I've actually been having some cool encounters with networking stuff at work
Okay.
recently. So I might go for Net Plus for
Okay.
sure. Um, Definitely those two. Those were my number ones. And then certifications, of course, like I'll definitely dive into those, but also in a similar area, I know GCU will give you at least a heavily discounted, if not free master's program.
Mm.
So I just think that's a free ticket to definitely move up if I can get that done.
Yeah.
So that is 100% something I'm going to do, which is why I also plan to stay with the university for at least a few years to
Yeah.
get that done, and also just have time to sustain myself and look
Yeah.
for opportunities.
Cool. Good
That was
plan.
going to be my next question was the master's stuff. So now I got to
Yep.
figure out a
Yeah,
new
sorry, I didn't mean
question.
to answer early, but yeah, I think that is like, why not do that, right?
Right.
Um, like I said, it's just kind of a free ticket to look really good to employers. So
Yep. And that is
um,
truly important, Zach. It may seem rudimentary or even just, nominal, but um, no one's really relying, I shouldn't say no one, but few employers are relying on that bachelor's degree as meaning especially in cyber or IT for that matter. So if you pursue the master's, I mean, that says something. You're willing to learn and you're smart about it. You're not wanting to spend thousands of dollars. You have the
Hmm.
opportunity here. That makes a difference. So yeah.
Exactly.
Um, let's see, another good one. I know me and you, Zach, have talked about this a little bit, but it's a good question or good to go over. Now that
Yeah.
when I was part-time or as a student worker, working at the help desk, a big part of it was kind of like working with your friends, and it was
Hmm.
being able to like kind of yeah, work more with your friends. It wasn't as serious of a position. Now that you're full-time, how do you plan on kind of like switching
Mm.
over to
A little
less?
more professionality. Is that what
Yeah,
you're?
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Cooper, you're
Yeah.
asking him to be a grown-up and he's only what?
No, that's a really good question, actually. That's another reason why I love this job so much. And I honestly was so happy to hear the news that I was going to be able to continue the position or transfer the position, is that we get to have fun still while we do serious work. Even the full timers in management, like we're going on like a pleasant outing next week. Like they're all like a lot of
That's
fun,
cool.
and so I get to have that. So while we are very professional, I do think we take it seriously, of course, and we are looked up as a very prominent and very successful department within GCU and GCE. I think a lot of people view us that way. So, we did our stuff done and we are serious about it, but we also get to have fun too, because, that's just the type of people I work with. They're all very enjoyable to be around, especially the full-time crew. They're really not only good at their jobs, but also just good people and fun to be around. So yeah, there is a little more seriousness and more expectation, of course, when you're now a full timer. I think the student workers definitely get off the hook a lot easier and more often. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely some intimidation there and making sure you're serious and you care about the job. But after that, like I love it. They're all really good to be around and um, they have fun. So it's been great.
So
Yeah.
I just want to state that I'm glad you're approaching it that way. Believe me, that's the best part of your job, to ensure that you're having that level of levity and whatever you need to keep it interesting within the
Yeah.
seriousness.
Yeah.
And yes, if you love your job, you're going to do a good job. I don't care what anyone says about that. That's always a good statement. So I like that your attitude is in that direction, and yet you're taking it serious. And
Hmm.
that's interesting to
Yeah.
hear from a 21-year-old or whatever, because you guys are not
Both,
serious about anything.
yeah, both can definitely exist, and I think that our department proves that
Right.
for sure.
Well, cool. Cool. Um, all right. Thank you, Cooper. I'm not going to force you to ask any more questions. We're going to kind of wrap it up. The one thing I do want to mention, Zach, I really appreciate your ability. I think you've learned a lot about communication. I've had you in a couple scenarios, and yes, you've grown
Yeah,
up a little bit in your own way, and that's good to
it's been
see.
great. Yeah,
So, and I think you're developing a responsibility there. That's my interpretation. And you all know I'm a nice
good.
guy and I'm generally going to compliment you, but I've
Hmm.
seen you grow in your own way. And I'm assuming that you're really learning what you need to learn within this job experience. And that's going to help you
I really do think so too.
go many
Yeah.
places. Um, for both of you, yes, remember AI is going to be a part of your existence, whether it's Copilot or Claude or whatever. So you need to learn more and more about it. I've been doing so many presentations on how it's changing both technology and security. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more as well. And Cooper, I'm really proud of you. You're making me feel like I'm a proud parent to hear some of the things that you're doing. But I didn't. He didn't tell me it was you. First, if I found out that it was you, I was going to roll my eyes and say, no, that's not.
Yeah,
But
I wanted to leave it a surprise because I knew you might say no.
I was going to say absolutely not. He was a slacker.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Uh,
spoil it.
no, but that's all right. I mean, I'm proud to hear what you're doing. And this is what I'm trying to encourage and support, not for our current students, but as you transition to the workforce and et cetera. So this has all been good. And this is what I wanted, just kind of a discussion for both of you to kind of, well, primarily Zach, since this is first grade, So you're
Good
gonna have to
point.
thank Cooper vehemently because he's giving you
Oh,
what you need. But
yeah,
um,
exactly.
so
I got something out of it, I always learn.
good, yeah,
Yeah.
good, Cooper. No, you were a good student, as much as I could tell. No, no, I'm giving you a hard time. But this is what I'm trying to support, and this for the next. We only have 4 weeks left. This is
Mhm.
what we're going to do. Now, as far as Zach, the rest of the class itself, for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna. I need for you just to set up a virtual meeting. I told you this, right?
A
Um,
a virtual meeting.
yeah, or just let me know when you can meet so we can
Oh,
talk about what I'm requiring that you complete as far as the assignments and
gotcha.
they-
Yeah, how are we talking about we're gonna meet like once a week?
right. And
Yeah, got
everything,
okay, got it. Yeah.
yeah, everything is set in Halo. So just follow what
Mhm.
I
Yep.
edited or modified in Halo and you'll be fine. But
Okay. Yeah.
all right. So before we end, do you have any I'm gonna end the recording.